Hey curl friends, and welcome back to another natural hair protective style. So today I'm going to show you guys how to create 2 feed-in braids into 2 curly ponytails. I split my hair right down the middle to create 2 halves, one on the left and one on the right. I'm using some Eco Styler gel to base this entire braid, that way it's nice and sleek, and I'm using a soft bristle brush just to blend all the product in. I'm using a little bit of edge control along my hairline to lay everything flat, and then we can go ahead and begin braiding. For the most natural and realistic look, you want to start off with your own natural hair. This is pretty much the feed-in braid technique. You start off with your own natural hair and feed in a synthetic hair of your choice into the braid. Today I am using hair sponsored by divatress.com. This is their crochet braiding hair from Free Tress, and this is in the style Beach Curl 18-inch, and the color that I got is OT30. I use a total of about 2.5 packs to create this entire look, but you can get less or more depending on the look that you're going for. I wanted 2 nice full ponytails. I'm pretty much just taking the crochet braiding hair and adding it in as I braid. I left it folded over and I just grip it with the finger that is on that side that I'm feeding it into. I'll just grab it and add it into the braid and continue braiding down. I wasn't too focused on adding a whole bunch of this braiding hair into my braid itself because my hair itself is super thick, but because this is a color that is not my natural hair color, I wanted it to blend in nice and seamless, that way you would not be able to see a harsh demarcation of where the color begins. I'm going to end off this braid right at the end of where my natural hair ends, and I'm going to use a rubber band just to hold everything into place. I want to leave the ends nice and curly, so I don't want to braid all the way down to the end, but this is going to be my anchor braid. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same steps on the opposite side, using a little bit of leave-in from Jane Carter solution just to detangle and prep the hair before I go in with my edge control and gel of choice. If you missed this live stream, this was a live hair tutorial, so if you guys like to see the raw version of this, more step-by-step, really broken down tutorial, we have the full 2 hours of footage available on the channel right now, the full entire replay. But it took us a total of 1 hour and 55 minutes, including like reading comments, you know, separating the hair and everything. It took us a total of 2 hours, which is really quick and easy for this hairstyle. Like I said, I used about 2.5 packs. I used most of the hair in the end when I started to crochet the curly hair on the ends of the braids. Now that our actual braids are finally complete, I'm just going to go ahead and touch up everything with edge control and gel just to set everything so that I can tie it down and it can stay nice and flat while we work on our curly ponytails, girl. I had a hard time using this hair. You guys will see in the review, I'll record an entire separate review. I had a hard time using it because it is curly hair. It does get super frizzy, but after an entire week, I actually ended up liking the hair. So I'm using a crochet needle just to stick through that anchor braid that we just created, and I'm just going to leave the crochet hair folded in half, that way I can grip it and pull it through the braid. On the opposite side, you'll have the loop from the crochet hair. I'm just going to take one end of those 2 strands and pull that through. I'm not going to use both strands. I'm not going to pull both of them through and tie them into a knot because it will create this bulky knotted effect. I want like that invisible look. I don't want you guys to see a whole bunch of knots. And the hair pretty much stayed the entire week. I didn't have any crochet hair that fell out at all. This method is perfectly fine. If you feel like your crochet hair is a little bit loose and it's going to fall out, you might want to go ahead and double knot certain areas. I'm using this thread also from Divatress. It's this golden thread. We agreed on stream to just go ahead and zhuzh it up a bit with some gold thread. I just pretty much knotted it at the root 3 times, and then I just wrapped the entire ponytail just to create like a ponytail, gold ponytail holder look. I cut the string and then I just wrapped it around itself to create 2 more knots just to hold everything into place. At the end, I'm going to go ahead and crochet or pull the hair under the thread itself just to hide the excess thread. You want to leave a little bit of excess thread when you're doing this, that way it's an easier takedown. You don't have to like search around for the thread itself. And I'm just repeating the exact same steps on the opposite side, just finishing out the crochet and then going back in with the golden string. And here's the final reveal. I left this in my hair for about 7 days total, maybe 7 days total. I hope you guys enjoyed this natural hair protective style. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to check the description box for all the applicable links, and check out Divatress for sponsoring today's video. They are the ones that provided the hair as well as the golden thread. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.